Hi everybody, welcome back to my mini homestead. Today I'm starting on our potting shed. Got lots to get done in here. I got to get this here rack out of here so I have more room to move around. Most of the stuff has already been moved out. This is where I'm going to be growing all my seedlings this year instead of our sunroom. So let's take a closer look and cue that intro. So I've got my insulation in here for the walls and the ceiling. Like I said, this rack needs to come out. I've got 2x4s here because what I need to do is get a door, and I've been trying to find something on Marketplace, etc. Not finding it. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to buy a door and put it in because I want something with a window. And so we'll see what we can get done. So it will get framed out. I'll bring it out to probably about here. And then I can have shelving unit down this side of the potting shed, also the back. I hope to put some sort of counter system in here for working on my seedlings. I need to frame out down here for the skylight. Now there's a great big honking nail in there, which I don't think I can get out of there, but I gotta try. Otherwise, I'll have to frame around it, and I'm not quite sure how in the world I'll do that. So the wiring's in here already. My uncle is a contractor. He was over one day from Grand Forks, and so he put all the wiring into me. We still have to get wiring from the potting shed. From the house down here. And I need to put a vent into the end of each of these. And as you can see, there's nails in there. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to do some playing around because it wasn't done for it properly. And then down at this end as well. So we'll see what I get done. That'll be my first job though, is to get the vents in, get the, I'm not even sure what the sheets are called, so there's airflow. Got to make sure this thing is done up right. So first thing I'm going to do is take the doors off. I just need them so I can work with the ladder in here. You can see I've got an X-Acto knife sticking out there. I already have it. If you can see the tip of the blade up there, that's where that base of that piece of wood is, which is the rafter. So I did that so I can cut from the other side. My problem is part of the rafter is a 2x6 that comes down there. So I'm gonna have to cut around it somehow and leave that there, but cut out around the vent. So here's my vent. So here's the vent. What I'm going to have to do is cut out part of this somehow, put some more wood in there so I can get it screwed in so it stays in place. So let's see what I can do. Get the doors down first. I really do hate renters. This head here was stripped so it won't come out. Luckily that screw just went into the trim that is around this current door, which all has to come off anyhow for when I put the new one in, so I'm able to take it out that way. I've got the door all taken off, the trim on this side. I'll worry about the trim on the other side when I start framing in for the door. But now I gotta get up there, get that measurement taken, get it in there, reinforce it, and then do the same thing to the other end of the building. All right, so I got the vent in. So cleaning out, take the doors off, getting that stupid vent in, it took me like 2 hours. I figure the next one's gonna take me 2 hours, but got some appointments this afternoon. It's lunchtime. That's it for now. looks like on the other side. I actually need to cut the vinyl another 3/8 up. I'm going to have to cut that wood up as well so the vent can fit in there, and then also along the top here I'm going to have to cut it, get this nail out, get these nails out, get this board out, because I've already cut, I mean there's this 2x6 behind there, and I've already cut the vent so it'll fit around that 2x6, so I just got to get the rest done. I've just put up these venting baffles or whatever they're called, and I thought I would just show you quickly how and what I do with that. So let's take a closer look. So this is what they look like. I picked this up at Home Depot, and what it ensures is in here you have like this gully system that will make sure your insulation doesn't push up right against the roof, and so you get good ventilation in it. So down here on this end, what you have to do is tear this. Let me just do that. So I just tore the edges, and so this gets folded up in the eave. So let's go up the ladder and take a look at that. You will need a staple gun. Now here, my eaves are pretty small, so it was hard to get the staples in here. Mine's a power one, and if you don't press it down properly, it doesn't go. So you just staple it in here. This way, when you put your insulation in here, it's gonna stop. It's not gonna fill the eaves up. And if it filled up with the eaves, you wouldn't get any air into your, your attic or whatever you want to call it. So I've done that with all of them. Is stapled here. Then I've got staples up it as you go, and that way you have air that comes into your ceiling cavity or your roof cavity, whatever you want to call it, and that way you have ventilation and it doesn't get moldy or just bad up there. So it's something that you need to do, and it's a step that I needed to do as I work on this shed. So I'm just going to get the last 3 in there, and then I'll start insulating. Okay, so I got the last 3 in here, but I wanted to show you something else. Up there in the corner, that is steel wool. When I tore this all apart, I had a dead rodent in here, and I'm gonna put some garden fabric around the vent part. I just gonna make sure that nothing can get in here. I want no critters in my little attic space at all. So I've done that in the other corner. That one I'm not sure I had to do, but I just want to be safe about this and make sure we don't have any future issues. Hi everybody, so it's the next day, and what I'm doing now is I'm going to insulate. I've got a shirt to wear over my shirt. I've got gloves, so trying to protect myself from getting itchy. I'm going to get the bottom part insulated just so I can get rid of these packages of insulation back here. Then I'm going to get that garden fabric in around the vents. I don't know if you can see very well. Let's zoom in. I've got my wire cover. The garden fabric is around both of the end pieces, and I've made a decision. I'm going to cover up the sunlight because I want to heat this room for growing my seedlings, etc., and that's not going to have a very good R rating. So just going to put a ceiling over the whole thing, then I don't have to worry about it. All right. Now the next thing is a change in plan on the pot lights. I'm going to take these ones down and going to use LED lights instead. I mean, I could have put, otherwise I have to encase it so the insulation isn't not next to the light. I mean, I would know not to put anything but LED lights, but if we sell in the future, somebody else may not know. So those are coming out and gonna get LEDs in. All right, so I've got the potting shed all insulated. The walls are done. I was gone yesterday, went to pick up the door. So ceiling's all done. I got my 2 LED outlets there for it. So now I'm going to start with the poly. As you can see, we've got the poly all in. It's really exciting. Glad this is done. Make sure and watch our next video on getting the door in. Bye for now from My Mini Homestead.